Adesina Koiki here at Big East Men's and Women's Basketball Media Day, getting ready for the 2015-2016 season. We are concentrating on the women this time, the Villanova Wildcats, going into the 2015-2016 season. And Kavunaa Edwards is holding up the V. Is that what you guys do? Like,
we
do the V?
We actually have a little anthem. I don't know if it's before or after my memory right now. We go V for It's during layup lines. V for Villanova, V for victory. And then it's blue, B for blue, and W for white, and fight. It's pretty, yeah. Every game, that's me.
You know you had to nail that, okay, on the first try, because if you didn't, you would get a whole lot of stick from the people off camera.
That was, yeah, I had to get that down. I mean, I've been here for 5 years, so I better know the anthem, right?
You should, but I'm from Syracuse. I don't know its anthem, okay, but or fight song. But being that this is your fifth year, you're going to be looked upon and have been looked upon for leadership as well as play on the inside as well. How do you think your game has improved from at this point last season to now?
I've seen some progression even from freshman year to now. My personality, my game has definitely changed. Actually, this past year we have like little team awards, and I was actually the most improved player. So I mean, that was this past season. So I mean, toward this season, it's just like continuing doing the same thing, continue working hard, making sure I get my teammates engaged, and everybody's on the same page. And then when I'm good, they're good, and when they're good, I'm good. So it's like kind of just making sure that we continue to work hard and we'll do great things.
So you want to win the most improved player again this year, right? Because then now tell you.
Harry actually made a joke about that, and he was like, "Hey, what you got again 2 years in a row?" And yeah, we've talked a little bit about that, so that'd be nice.
Now, if Coach Peretta mentioned it, and then I mentioned it, then it's no longer a joke, really.
It's possible. Now I gotta live up to that. So
you do. You have the Koiki sisters playing with you, and they have their synergy from being sisters and, you know, playing for so many years. Where are you in terms of the understanding with yourself and your other teammates, including the Koiki sisters?
The Koiki sisters, I love those girls. They just have like this like telepathy, which is like a twin telepathy they have with each other. They just always know what's going on. That like Caroline would be looking this way and know Catherine's like over there to the corner and like throw it behind her back. It's like amazing. Like they work so well together and they make our team so much better. And it's just like I'm glad that I was on a team with the two twinsies. We love those girls. So.
Do you have someone, maybe not a sibling, but someone that you have that maybe telekinesis with, or you're still waiting for that person to finish your sentences?
I don't think so, but if anything, I'd probably have to be Harry Peretta because he always knows what's going on in somebody's head. He always knows what you're thinking. He always knows what you're going to do before you do it, before you even think you're going to do it. So he'd probably be the closest thing I have to that. He doesn't finish my sentences yet. I might finish his, but he's definitely getting there. Okay. I'm like, one time he like said something on the court, and then I like said it before he said it, and I was like, I've been here for too long. Get out of here.
So you mentioned Coach Peretta almost can read what you're thinking and whatnot. Is he Professor Charles Xavier of X-Men, you know, with that telepathy and knows what you're thinking? Is he a comic book character in that sense?
He would like to think that. I mean, we look at him like, come on, Harry, you're not. But he has this thing in his head where he knows, like, I knew it. And he'll even look to Dean like, Dean, should I do it? Should I do it? Dean's like, yeah, do it. And he was like, I shouldn't do it. Or Dean said to do it. I shouldn't have did it anyway. And like, it's like, that guy, he has a lot going on, but he's a great coach.
Would you say all of what you just said to Coach Peretta in his face?
Yeah, definitely. And that's why he loves me. It's a love-hate relationship between us, but he definitely respects me for that reason because I will tell that man like it is, and that's what we do have in common. He'll tell me like it is, and I'll tell him like it is. We're just like, we connect in a way, even though we kind of like.
It almost seems as if there have been times where you guys have butted heads once or twice?
Yeah, a couple of times. I mean,
a lot of times?
We've gotten there a few times, but I mean, it's all love in the end. I mean, he wants to see everybody do good and do great things, and by seeing when people don't realize, like when you see Harry coach, he's like yelling and screaming, like, oh my God, I don't like parents would be like, oh my God, Harry, like, and then we're like, no, like Harry, like he's really a kind-hearted man, and he loves helping people, and it's just like what you see on TV or seeing him coaching, it's not the same person that he actually is. He tries to play this tough role, and he's like, oh, I'm from South Philly, and we're like, Harry, you're not from South Philly. But I mean, he's a great guy. He's definitely
how how does Harry Peretta, and hopefully you call him coach instead of call him Harry all the time, unless you're...
He likes Harry. We call our other coach, assistant coach, he's coach, we call him Coach Joe, but he's like Harry. Like Harry, yeah.
He's Harry, okay.
Harry.
Okay, have you ever watched the Dirty Harry movies with Clint Eastwood?
No.
Okay, I'm dating myself. Anyways, so how does Coach Peretta's personality reflect on the basketball team? What would I see on the basketball court with the 5 on Villanova that would reflect Harry Peretta? Toughness, hard work, doing imitations of Coach Peretta on the court.
Yeah, he's very easy to impersonate. I mean, I personally think he is. He just has so many different personalities. Like, he goes, as Drake says, 0 to 100 real quick. One minute he's like, just like, oh, hey guys, like, like, how you doing? Like, right when you're back, you having a good day? Like, how's class going? And then he's like, you're a gnome. And he's like yelling people's names. The best is, I thought mine was bad when he yelled my name because there's a, I think she's a junior, Samantha. Every time he's like, Samantha, and then you just see spit flying out of his mouth, and we're just like covering our faces, and you're like, you don't know if you want to wipe it off, you want to leave it there, because then he'll get even more mad. So that guy, I don't know, he's very unique.
It almost sounds as if this is not just an interview previewing the Villanova Wildcats, but this is your audition reel and tape for Last Comic Standing.
Definitely. I mean, I could be here we could talk about this all day. We could definitely talk. Hopefully he's not watching me right now, because he'll joke about it on the hour and a half train ride back. He'll definitely joke about it.
I will personally deliver this tape to Coach Peretta.
Please. He'll love it.
Being that you're a 5th year, there's an urgency that I'm sure that you have, making sure that you go out in style and your team goes out in style in your final year. How do you achieve that?
Just by working hard and setting good examples for the younger kids, because we have a lot of young players, but we have a freshman just came in, Adriana Hahn and Alex Lewin. They're really good 3-point shooters and very athletic, and so just making sure that I'm setting a good example. And I might not be like the go-to player, but just making sure that other people on their team know the role. So if I set my example like, oh yeah, like I'm content, I'm happy with this role and this is what I do for the team, it'll probably kind of rub off on the other players, because right now we're trying to struggle with like people knowing the roles right now. So hopefully just making sure that I stay in my lane and know my role and work hard and continue to have a positive attitude, and hopefully that will rub off on other players for this year and then hopefully next year down the road, and make sure they're still progressing.
You mentioned stay in your lane, but there are some times when players who have a role may have to step up in games and do more than you would, have to do, I guess, going into a game. When those opportunities come, when you have a couple of players that are that shoulder the bulk of the load in terms of scoring, how do you step up your game even more during a game where you tell yourself, I think I may need to step up more than...
Yeah, there has been some times, and then I think that's where I got my little award from. But there are some times when maybe Caroline or Caroline's not hitting her threes, and she's kind of like struggling, and she usually picks up towards the end, like if she's kind of like out of it first, if their teammates are just like out of it, and just like we even had an injury last year, Emily Lear, she's one of our top scorers too, and she was out like first couple of games. So just like knowing that I had to be like, all right, well, if I don't step up, then who is, because the other character's kind of inexperienced and not really used to that. And I was just like, I've been here long enough. I'm kind of a senior, so I should know. I know the plays. I know that I know what Harry wants. So it's just like making sure that I just push myself in every game. I mean, I was last year a couple of times I was like tired because my body wasn't used to playing that much. Because before sophomore year, I think for my sophomore year I didn't really play that much, but last year I got a lot more playing time. So just consistently, just like saying in my head, like you got this, like come on, like keep going. Next minute time's about to come out, you'll be all right. But just, there were some games where I actually had to step up, and sometimes I just went out there and I played hard, and I was, doing just as good as the top scorers on the team. So I had my days.
Kay Edwards, this has been a pleasure. When will we see you at the comedy shows? When will we see you?
I don't know, man. Maybe one day. I might model first before I go to the comedy.
Might model first. So you have options after basketball.
Options.
Yes, beyond basketball, comedy, modeling.
It's natural for me being in front of the camera because I'm used to this.
Oh, you are used to it. Yes. Impersonations as well. Hopefully, we don't do enough of these interviews that all of a sudden, off the camera, you'll be impersonating me.
I need some more time.
Okay, thank goodness. All right, Kay Edwards, thank you so very much for joining us. Best of luck and success to you in the Wildcats in 2015-2016.
Thank you. Go Cats.
All right. Well, people from Vanderbilt would say this is Vanderbilt.
Go Cats. V for Villanova.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
Thanks.